YouTube. So let me go find that. Or into the chat, I mean. Let's refresh. Get out here, Dougie. I got to pester me. Already starting. Cat. I haven't seen him all morning until I come in here. My computer is just a tad bit slow, so you give me a few minutes while I get this. I don't know why it says set reminder. All right, I gotta get this right here is what I'm looking for. Share. Come on. A little slow this morning, but so am I. Kept hitting the snooze button this morning. Let me go see if anybody is over here. There we go. Well, come on. Morning, Todd.
Howdy.
Howdy. I'm over here trying to get the link to. I'm pretty good. A little sleepy this morning. But other than that, I'm all right. Trying to get this YouTube. Put it in the squad page. My computer's a little slower than I am, actually. Right. There we go. Well, I don't remember which one we use when we do that. But we'll see. There we go. Try that one. All right, now. Let's see. There we go. So the Facebook page, the group page, and this video pops up of this kid with saggy pants trying to fight some old man. And the old man just clocked his ass and knocked him out. Oh, come on, it's not time to be that slow. Hi, Dottie. How you doing? Hi, Joanne. Hi, Hank. Trying to get the link post over in the squad. If I can ever get YouTube to cooperate. It's not. There we go. Now I can click on another link. Good Lord. The hoops you got to go through on Facebook now. They keep changing the format. Just when you get used to it one way, 2 weeks later, you got to learn it all over again, seems like. It's like, why can't they just leave well enough alone? Why they got to keep changing it?
Must be run by a woman.
It gets changed every 28 days. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Come on. Be nice. You know, this computer's not that old, and I clean it out on a regular basis, and it's still slower than snail crap. You know, it's like, good Lord. All right. Today would be nice. I mean, sometime today. Oh, thank you. I'm constantly arguing with this thing. It's like, come on, you're supposed to be fast. I can handwrite some of this stuff faster. All right, there we go. Got any good sales going out today, Todd?
I got 4 going out for $150, so that's pretty good per item value.
Mm-hmm.
2 pairs of boots and
Cool.
a couple other things. How about yourself?
I got 5 items being picked up. I got 5 being picked up today. I sold a large Disney snow globe for parts, by the way. I only sold it for $25, but it's got a few things broke off of it, and the music doesn't play. So still got 25 out of it, so I'm happy. And then I got some jewelry going out that I sold, and a video game. So small things, but hey, better than nothing.
Yep.
The way I look at it. Oh. So I wonder if Sally's going to be able to join us today or not. I thought she said she was going to be able to come in, but I don't know if she worked last night or what.
Yeah, I
Hi,
think
Mike.
she
How you
did.
doing? I hope Valerie gets a big bunch of goodies in her bag sale today. So those of you who missed yesterday's show, that's where she's at. She's heading out to the bag sale to stuff some bags. I wish we had that around here. We don't have that around here anymore since that one thrift shop closed. So we have a St. Vincent de Paul, but they usually just do their clearance at like $1.49 a piece if it's a certain color tag or whatever, but or half off if it's a certain color tag. But that's about their only sales that they really do. I would have thought they would do more after this everything shut down for a while because we went up to there's a Dollar General right next to it, and this people were just leaving stuff out front, and it was luckily it's got an overhang on it, so it wasn't getting wet or nothing like that. But there was so much stuff. I know when they opened back up, they had like 15 people out there sorting and moving it to the into the building, and it was crazy.
Wow.
And some stuff they were pricing it and then trying to sell it right there on the sidewalk, trying to get it out of here. But and a lot of it was furniture, big furniture, and then bags and bags and bags of clothes and shoes and boxes of toys, and it was crazy. So I would have thought that they would have had more sales and better sales than they did, but oh well. I guess not. Oh. So how's everybody doing today in the chat? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
They probably had a better selection, but yeah, thrift stores don't lower their price much anymore.
That's because they know that there's people like us out here looking to buy and resell it. I mean, our St. Vincent, that's still got pretty decent prices. There's some things, I mean, there for a while, you couldn't get a Nerf gun for under $8, and I wasn't paying $8 for a Nerf gun. So I waited, and they finally knocked them back down to like $1.50, $2.
Mm-hmm.
So, because
I'll
they're
be
kind of a
back in a
hard
minute. I got to go give Izzy her insulin
meds.
shot.
Okie dokie. That's okay. So how's everybody doing in the chat today? Any good sales? What's your plans for the day? Me, I'm trying to get my little knockoff Fitbit working. So. And welcome to this morning's show. Thanks for coming in and joining us. Has anybody been switched over to managed payments yet? I still have yet to be switched. I've got all registered and all that stuff, but I've still got that little message that says we will email you before we change everything over. I'm anxious to see how it turns out, how it goes. On listing today. Yeah, I've been trying to get through these DVDs I got in my office. Yesterday I worked next door and got stuff packed up and got some more lighting over there. I'm getting ready to change my whole photography area around over there. For those that don't know, I live in a mobile home village and I work with the owner and doing clean outs on the ones that have been abandoned, and then he refurbishes them and sells them or whatever. But I get all the goodies out of the ones that are, anything that's worth keeping. I get to keep that. So he let me have, there's been an empty mobile home next to me for God, I've been back home here for 16 years now, and it's been empty that long. Or no, 10 years of those 16 it's been empty. So, and the previous owners literally gutted it. There was nothing left but the floors, the walls, and a water heater. So, not much you can do with that. And it's small. It's like a 60-footer, I think. So he let me have it to use for my business because I needed somewhere to put stuff. And since I was working for him, we kind of worked out a deal. So that's what I do. But that's when I refer to next door, it means I literally have to go next door to work. So, or I can work right here, either one. So, I'm on one store. The other said it will switch over August 12th. Did you just, yeah, thanks, Dottie. Did you just get switched, or weren't you the one that's been on it for a while on your store? We got a couple of Joannes in the. We got Joanne, Joanna, Johanna, and so quiet. Go! Don't you bite my foot. Go away. I got a cat. My cat Dougie. He just drives me crazy. He's got to be when Bambi's not in here. He's got to be right up my butt. So I've been on one a long time. Okay. Good, good, good. I'm just anxious to see how it comes out. I'm looking forward to it myself. I know there's been a lot of people that have been complaining about it, and I think it's because they just got switched and they don't understand it. Because I've been reading some complaints in some of the other reseller pages where they're just, oh, I miss PayPal. It's been 2 days, since they've been on it, and they're already missing PayPal. But it's like we just said before, it's all about change. You have to adapt your business. You can't stay one way and expect to, keep growing. You have to change with the times. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good thing. Yeah, there's going to be some hurdles that we got to get over. But there's several of you that's already been on it, like Joanne, that, which is great about this. The reseller squad is, we help each other no matter what the questions are or the problems are, rather than cut one another down. And that's the main thing that I really love about the reseller squad is it's like one big surrogate family. So, and I know if I have a question and I don't know the answer, even though I've been doing this for a long time, and there's still questions that I have. So I'm going to find it within the squad somewhere, or someone will find the answer. So I have so much on my plate. I just can't seem to get done what I want to get done. And then you get over there and it's like, oh my God, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. Got to do that. Drives me nuts. Oh, where you at, Meg? Trying to come in.
There I am.
There you are.
Can you see me? Okay. Can you hear me?
I can see you. How you doing? I can hear you just fine.
Our lights flickering though, so if I disappear, you'll know our power went.
Oh yeah. Yes, we are, Dottie. Definitely. Oh mercy. How you been, Maggie?
Good. You're talking about. You're talking about managed payments.
Yeah. Have you been switched over yet?
No, but I got my notice yesterday. It'll be between the 17th and the 21st.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it. That's what I was saying. I think it's going to be a good thing. And it's like I was saying, I was reading on. I don't remember which There's Sally. I don't remember which page it was, but there was people complaining about it. I think it was the Reseller Society. There was people that had just gotten switched over, and like 2 days later, they're already griping about it. It's like, well, give it a chance. It's everybody's going to have an obstacle within this new system that they're coming up with, but I think we'll get through it. We all work together on it. Somebody's going to have had that same problem, so they're going to be able to help answer questions, and that's what's good.
I mean, I've seen posts about people delays and getting paid and all of that. My feeling is, we've been known for months that we've been going into this. If you can't survive for a few days without your money from eBay, your business is a little.
I mean, I look at it.
You
I
know,
look at it this way.
put some money away to get ready
It's
for it.
yeah, and that's what I'm doing. I keep some money tucked away in one account, and I also have some of my PayPal account that I can switch to that account, either or. So, and it's like working. You work all week, you get a check. What's
Hi,
the difference?
Sally.
Hi, Sally. How you
Hi.
doing? Good morning.
Uh,
How you feeling
Hi.
today?
I'm alright.
I'm tired.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you
Did you
look
work
tired.
last night?
Yeah, I worked last night.
Oh, Lord.
Mhm.
I'm gonna only be here for a minute though, because I gotta run to Dollar General.
Okay.
You have to run
Hey,
the Dollar General.
I have
Pick me up some distilled water while you're there. I gotta go too. I gotta go later and get some water for my machine. I'm out. And Teresa said, "Oh, I got a jug, and it's spring water."
Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
It'll crud up your machine.
Yeah.
Believe me,
So
I've
I gotta
done
go
it.
get some.
I've done it. I was like, I'm not going to the store today, and I'm out of water, so I just put regular water in it. And then I do that, did it for like a week, and it was like really bad.
you can tell the difference. I mean, I've done it for a day, but I don't even use it anymore. You're talking about the CPAP, right?
Yeah.
I don't even use water. I don't even put
Yeah.
water in it. I don't use the humidifier. So
You don't use it?
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't use the humidifier at all?
No, I just found I didn't like that feeling of that. No matter what setting I put it on, it felt like that warm air or wet air.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like.
I keep getting a bad seal notification in the morning, and I can't figure out what's wrong. I keep adjusting it, making it tighter, making it loose. I just can't get it to, and it just started doing.
That's
I'm like,
best
what the hell?
if you can make it
So
loose. You know what I mean? Like to where
what's it?
you want it to
Yeah.
go like that whenever you first start it. Whenever it kicks on, you want it to go
Yeah.
make that sound.
Right.
To where,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Hi, Beth.
it wakes me up sometimes
Beth.
through the night. Good morning, Beth.
Yeah.
It wakes me up through the night, making the noise that air coming out from underneath the mask, and it's like,
Yeah.
and I tighten it
I mean,
again. I
mine
think
does
the
that
Velcro
too.
gives out after a while. It's like,
Yeah, mine does that too.
I think they need to
every
go
once
from
in a while,
Velcro to
but-
some kind of snap.
Yeah.
I just can't get it set right or something. I don't know.
It takes some time, and it could be that you need a different kind of mask. Like I went through a bunch of different masks in the first probably 2 years until I found one that
Yeah.
worked. Morning, Mr. Sadie and Beth.
Well, I think I'm using the medium. I thought about switching over just to the one that covers your nose and seeing if I like that or not, but I don't know.
So you have the one that
We'll
covers
see.
your whole face, your mouth.
Yeah, that looks like a yeah. I
Yeah.
look like I'm ready to jump into an F-16.
I sold
That's what I
a
say. Eric,
I sold a Scooby Doo for $50.
Oh, awesome!
a what? A Scooby-Doo
Scooby-Doo.
what?
Plush.
For
Oh, cool.
$50.
Yeah, I got several. I got
They
a
paid
couple back here.
$72.99 altogether.
I got one up there. I've got one right there. I love Scooby-Doo. I mean, hello. That's my coffee mug. I've had this coffee mug since
Yeah.
Lacey was 9 years old.
Oh my gosh.
She got it for me from Putt Putt. She's going to be 28, I think. So that's how long I've had it for 19 years.
Wow.
She got it at Putt Putt using all her tickets. She's seen that in the display case. So she played games
That's
and
cool.
kept accumulating enough tickets. And every time we went, she would get more. And the last time we went, that's what she saved her tickets up for, was to get that for me. So
That's cool.
it's come up missing one time at work, and I threw a fit. I got on the intercom. I said, whoever took my coffee cup, when I find you, I'm going to beat you with it. I said that was from my daughter, and I want it back. And I want it back now. And I left my office, and I come back, it was sitting on my desk. So somebody was going to steal my cup. But they had to go
Wow.
in my office to take my cup because I didn't take it out of my office. So
Yeah.
other than to go to the break room, fill it up, and come back to my office.
Yeah.
I was mad. See, Joanna says the ones complaining about that, meaning managed payments, are probably the ones that think of this or don't think of this as a business. Exactly. I think it's like Valerie had said the other day. It's going to weed out the hobbyists. I think the ones that do this just for the heck of it, something to do, you know. But
For
you have
sure.
to think of it's business if you want to succeed. I mean, it's a lot of people started out as a hobby, just selling stuff around their house, but
Yeah.
then when you realize, hey,
You like
straight out
that?
of quarantine. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. I got my personalized shirt. Mine says Sheriff Headley 2.0, and on the back it says Shadow Lake Sheriff's Department. So it's the guy up the street made it for me. So
That's cool.
and one of our little pains in the ass has been spotted back in the park, so we're
I
gonna take
got
care of
quite
him,
the
get him out of
dust
here.
pile going on right now.
I
But
see that. You better tie yourself off somewhere in case we need to have an avalanche.
I have a trail,
Pull your-
but Happy Gilmore
Hey,
can't get through here. He can't get
but you know
around
that's
my
kind of
stuff,
you can't get
to
around
vacuum.
it. He's looking at that going, oh hell no. Beep beep beep, backs up and
I
goes the
know
other way.
I have to pay me
You
double.
crazy lady, I ain't coming over there. You vacuum your desk. I ain't doing it.
Thanks, Daddy.
But that's a good problem to have. It's better to have too much stuff than not enough or not any. So, because who knows
Right.
when we might go for another shutdown or something, or the way things are going
I
right
know.
now. It's like, good Lord, people.
Yeah. And I won't have to pay but a penny for it. So if I go and find something, so
Yeah.
it's worth that to me. Hi, Myra. How are you today?
Morning, Myra.
Good morning. Oh, mercy.
Myra, is it your? Oh, you hear? Is it me, or can you hear that echo?
I heard
It's
it there
you.
for a second, and then it went away.
I need to get because this thing keeps going in and out and bugs me. I want to get just a microphone. Can you just get a microphone that you can sit on your desk that you can talk into instead of having this headphones thing?
Yeah, I have mine's the Blue Yeti. That's what I have.
Blue Yeti.
It's a Blue Yeti is it's like I think it's called the condenser microphone.
Okay.
It looks like a studio microphone, like a radio studio
Okay.
type. Teresa got it for me for my birthday last year, I think it was, and I love it. I mean,
Oh,
somebody got something. I heard it.
cha-ching.
Makes to me it makes things really clear. And if you remember the last before I had it, always sounded like a was it a train whistle or something? Somebody kept hearing.
Yeah.
I think it was my headphones doing it. So, but yeah, she bought me this last year for my birthday, and I love it. And you have to get an arm mount, one of those that clips onto your desk.
Okay.
And it looks like one of the ones that doctors use that have come up and have the springs, and then you can move the light around or whatever. It's the same kind of concept, but yeah, I can take a picture of it and post it in the resellers hustle chat so you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, if you don't mind, because I want to get rid of this. I mean, I just want to get a microphone and not worry about this stupid headphones thing.
And I've got it off to the side, and it's still picking me up pretty good rather than hanging. You can put it anywhere. I just put it over there because it's out of my way.
See, he's a big
So,
one.
yeah, I'll go post that in the chat. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That looks
Oh
like one
wow.
that would have come from Kings Island or something. I love Scooby-Doo. He's my favorite.
Yeah, they paid like $20 for
Okay.
shipping almost. Because it's going to California.
Oh, I was going to ask Myra. Is it your mother that has a channel now, Myra? I thought I saw something on Facebook about.
There.
I could have been imagining things.
Yeah. Has anybody seen the new Scooby-Doo movie? I think it's called Scoob. I haven't seen it yet.
No.
Believe it or not, I haven't seen it yet. I like to sit and turn on. I have that one of the Android boxes that I have the different movie streaming things on it, and I like to put on the old 1969 Scooby-Doo cartoons and just let it play. I'm working. Because that's when I was born. That's probably one of the reasons why I love Scooby-Doo. He's the same age as me. Oh. How many you got going out besides Scooby there, Sally? She's done one.
What's that?
I said, how many you got going out besides Scooby?
Oh, only 2, or actually 3. One on Poshmark, and then I sold some scarves and Scooby.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, not too bad. I haven't been listing very well because I've been too involved in my jewelry here lately.
That sounded funny. Like I get in and swim around.
Oh, and I just sold a pair of shoes.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, cool. Yay. I need to get some more stuff listed. I've got a few DVD sets over here to list of. Teresa found them at the thrift shop. Friends, season 7 and 8. And I forget what other one. Edward Scissorhands. That's a brand new, still sealed. The special edition. And Twister, new seal. I love that movie. I don't know if I'm going to sell it or put that over there with my DVD player and play it while I work. So,
Somebody chopping celery.
I love that movie.
Sorry.
That's what it sounds like. What is that?
What?
Brandon's making the doggy food.
It sounds like he's chopping vegetables.
No.
ICA is just left. He'll be knocking on your door soon. Isaias. I think that. What do they go through the alphabet to come up with all these names? I mean, it's like everyone has a different name.
I'm not sure how they decide what their names. I think they go every season they go through and go from A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure how
That's what I'm thinking. Well, what was last year's? It wasn't the H, was it? What was the one last year? I don't remember it being in letter 8. I know we had Katrina, and then a few years later, then we had Hurricane Sandy.
Sure.
So I don't know. Or either that or they throw a dart. Hey, let's call it. Which is weird because when I used to work, we used to make what was called the hurricane board. It was a cork board with the eastern half of the United States on it, and it was titled hurricane board. with a wood frame, and it was screen printed on the cork, and then we'd sell that with push pins, so they could. It had part of the ocean and stuff on it, so people could track, with push pins where the hurricane was, and it had this little thing that looked like a hurricane. You can a bunch of those little ones. You can sit there and move it. I thought, okay, anybody want one of those personally? But okay, we sold a lot of them, a couple thousands of them every year. That's okay. Mercy. Anybody got any topics?
I'll try and be back really quick, but
okay.
I'm gonna run over there and.
You gonna go shopping? You going shopping for some pennies?
Mm-hmm. Pennies. Yep. Yep.
Well, good luck. I hope you find a bunch.
Thank you. I'll be back as soon as I can.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Fishing and Picking said Isaiah's just left. He'll be knocking on Maggie's door this evening. He's knocking this morning. He's knocking.
Yeah, we'll be feeling some of the rains from that, I'm sure.
Yeah, because it's moving in. It's moving west.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get winds here at the coast, but they're saying that the bulk of it's going to be actually more inland from us.
Mm-hmm.
And my trash can's already gone.
Nice.
I put that out last night. I heard them out there collecting at like 6:30 this morning. I ran down. By the time I got out there, the recycling can was gone. So I'll patrol the neighborhood later. Yeah.
Anybody seen my trash can?
It has our number on it, so if somebody sees it, they'll probably bring it back. But once it stops raining, I'll go out and look for it.
Oh.
What's our topic?
If anybody has what's your topic today, Todd?
The topic is, what has Maggie been doing? Because she hadn't been on a chat in like a week and a half.
Yeah, well, we were up in the city last week. We were up in the city a lot, so I just didn't have the wherewithal. I don't know. I guess I could just pop on with my iPad, right? I always feel like I need to be just sitting here at the desk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were out and about.
That's good. I have no place to be. I'm sad. But that's okay. Gwen thinks I don't get out enough. But
Well,
I kind of like being at home.
I do too. I like not having to be anywhere, or go anywhere, or if I don't want to. Do my own thing.
yeah, I tend to do a lot of running around, but when there's a day or a stretch of days when I don't have to do anything, I really like it, not having to do anything. The clinic, like normally I volunteer at the clinic on Tuesdays, but they canceled the schedule because of the storm.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to do that. So that's plus Michael's away, so I've got the whole house to myself.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And when he's away.
Yeah, back when I was single, I couldn't stand to be at the house. I was always out going to a friend's house or going.
I hate when I have to go anywhere. I put it off as long as possible. Like today, I really don't want to have to. Why don't you get down?
Maybe that's just my age.
Go lay down. Go on, go lay down. Ugh.
I like being busy, and it's hard because normally I'm really busy. Normally, I go up to chorus rehearsal on Wednesday, and we have performances, and we have stuff that we're doing in it. I hate that there's nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of makes me sad because there's no end in sight, right? Like
Yeah.
our
Not right now. There's
competition,
not.
right? Our competitions in April were canceled, and they're already talking about
Mhm.
canceling this upcoming year in April, the spring. So that would be 2 years without the competitions, which I mean, I'm old. I have this feeling like my life is ticking away and it's on hold.
Mhm.
I know, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I'm like younger people. They can wait it out for a couple of years and then jump back into it. I'm not.
Mm.
Even my voice is not.
Mm.
Even though I do practice every day and I do vocal exercises every day, I feel a difference in the sound of my voice and the feeling of it from not
Mhm.
singing all the time, and it worries me. So that's my depressing thought for the day.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My voice has certainly changed down through the years. I used to get sing bass. I used to be able to sing down to a low E flat, and as I went through my years of band directing and yelling at,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, yelling at
Mhm.
kids out on a marching field, and then uh, I just burned it. I can't sing low or high anymore.
My range in both ends is shrinking. I used to sing tenor, and then
Mhm.
I had thyroid surgery, and that did a number of my. I never recovered from that voice wise. I couldn't even hardly speak for about. And they were careful. They knew I was a singer. They
Mhm.
tried to be careful when they were in there. They said they used this, I don't know, something that bounced sound waves off if they got too close to the vocal cords, but I never recovered from it. So I
Mm.
wasn't able to sing those high notes anymore. Um,
Yeah, it's
and
gonna affect
yeah,
you,
yeah,
no matter how careful they are. There's going to be a little bit of scar tissue and this and
yeah,
that.
yeah. So now I sing bass. But if even at that, there are some low notes that I can't hit. So what are you gonna do?
I think a lot of being a good singer is the physical characteristics of your chest and throat and head.
Right.
Your bone structure and your nasal cavities and all sorts of.
Mhm.
Some people just have a real beautiful voice and don't even try.
Right.
And some people try and you go, ooh, shut up.
Yeah. I never had an amazing voice, I always was a good singer. I never was a fantastic singer. Like I wasn't a solo singer, anything like that. But I've always been good but I can harmonize and I can hear harmony.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah. But
Um, my only natural skill was having a good ear. I can stay on pitch, and there are a lot of
Mhm.
singers who can't. They
who
just
can't
sing out of tune.
I struggle with that. I easily can drop out of tune. And I think that also has to do with the structure of your
Yeah.
physiology. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, I'm convinced some people
yeah.
hear different than they think they sound.
Right. So I have this app on my phone called TE Tuner, and if you sing, it'll tell you what note you're on. So
Mhm.
I'll use it when I run a piece of music. I know where I'm supposed to end up. I'm supposed to end up on an E, and it tells me I'm on an E flat. Then I've gone down a half a step. Um,
Mhm.
and it's helpful to use it to keep. But if I want to sing, say an E, I have to think. What do I have to think? Say if I want to sing a G, for instance, I have to think G sharp in my head. So you
Mhm.
know what I mean? So if the pitch blows and it's a G and I want to sing that note, I have to think G sharp in my head and then it comes out G. It's like I hear properly. It's I don't know how to explain it other than that. I have to always keep thinking higher and higher. But I'm doing this series of exercises online called bel canto breathing. I don't know if I've never even heard of it before, and it's about a different type of breathing for singing. I know this is completely boring, but and it's all about how
Lauren's a singer, and I've
it's
been a musician.
it's about how you shape the inside of your mouth. So she talks about finding if you run through the vowels and you sing each vowel on a certain note, A, E, I, O, U, you'll find one that is just easiest for you. And in general, that's the way your mouth has to shape for that vowel is a good way to keep the shape for all vowels. It's like, I don't know. It's interesting. And it's been helpful. But still, it's no fun singing by yourself. There you go.
Yeah. Fishing and pick and ask a question. Let's see.
Oh, a reselling question?
I wanted to know how I store the coins and stuff. So I just get baskets like this and try to keep light coins together and then just shove it in the storage place.
Do you label it?
No. I mean, you look at the coin, you can see what it is. So if you got American Eagle silver coins, you just stack them in baskets.
But do you label the basket American Eagle? Nah.
You can look at them and tell what they are, like immediately.
Oh, you can look at them through the thing.
So.
You haven't gotten anything about managed payments yet, have you, Todd?
Yeah, I got a note saying they were going to switch me over on the 5th.
Oh. And then you
I haven't gotten that yet.
Then you won't be able to list coins.
Yeah, I'm going to call them eventually. I was going to already do that, but I got lazy and didn't. But yeah,
Morning, Val.
No, you can't. Can't sell bullion or coins. So I have to.
Was it Texas Val that has some surprising news? Is that her that posted that?
Yes, it was.
Surprising.
Congratulations. Mm-hmm. She'll have to tell you.
Is she pregnant?
Well, I don't know if she wants to put it on here or not, but she put it on the
Morning, Karen.
Facebook. So. Good morning, Karen. How are you? But I still want to say congratulations. That's wonderful. So, but yeah. Yeah, there you go, Todd. She's going to be a grandma. So,
woohoo.
And it's, that's it'll be a grandma.
It's amazing.
It is great. It is. Considering from what she posted, it was unexpected, an unexpected miracle.
It's just awesome.
Good miracle. Mm-hmm.
Good.
So,
I still haven't gotten to see a couple of my new. I got a new nephew and a new niece, and I can't see them. They're like great nephew and great niece.
I forget where it was at. Was it Mexico? They had it on the news yesterday. Somebody had taken a box truck and turned it into a baby viewing, where they'd come up with the idea because him and his wife had their first grandbaby, and he wanted the grandmother to be able to see it, and without having to get out and go to the hospital or anything like that, or travel, because she's elderly. So he took and converted this box truck. He put plexiglass on one side and decorated it like a nursery on the inside, and they drove it to the grandmother's house so she could come out and look at the baby and see the baby. So I thought that was neat. I thought that was pretty cool. So
Yeah, it was about, I guess it was about 2 weeks. I'm trying to think. Benjamin was in the NICU for a few weeks, and then it was the 2 weeks after he came home before I got to see him. Um, and now we see him regularly. Things have calmed down up here, but
Mhm.
it's hard not to be able to. It's hard on the parents to not be able to have. I know it's hard on my son and daughter-in-law that they couldn't. Her grandmother has never seen him, and not seen him in person. It's sad, she missed baby showers. She missed all that,
Mhm.
the fun of having a new baby.
Yeah. This COVID thing is hard on my boy's wedding. Dang.
Yeah.
People dropping out after RSVP and they would be there. And you're just like,
I mean, you understand it. We went to one on Saturday, my nephew and his wife, and they were supposed to have their wedding in April. And then finally they just went to hadn't had a civil ceremony, and then on Saturday they had just a party. But a lot of people who normally would be there didn't come because they're just worried about it's out in the backyard.
yeah.
So it says I have an offer on Facebook Marketplace item. They want me to mail the item and use PayPal for payment. Have you all done that?
I haven't. No, I've paid somebody through on Facebook through PayPal. They used
Yeah.
Vimo or something like that.
But then
Yeah. What would be wrong with that?
I think it
If
would
they
be
pay-
fine.
If they pay you through PayPal and pay for shipping and everything.
Yeah, Texas Val have. I haven't sold anything on Facebook Marketplace. I keep meaning to look into it.
You don't get any seller protections from eBay that way, but
You don't pay any fees either, right? Are there fees on Facebook Marketplace?
nope. No, it's just like posting any other comment on Facebook. It's free.
Val says she has, and it worked out fine.
But I don't mind the fees to eBay because we're in front of a worldwide buyer pool. And there are some seller protections. So I don't mind eBay taking a fee.
Karen says UPS store is charging over $200 to ship and pack the item, but the buyer is willing to pay for the shipping. The item is oversized. Wow. What? That's crazy.
What is it, a bicycle
Wow,
or
that's ridiculous.
piano or a...
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think FedEx and UPS
A Christmas
overcharge
Santa.
for their packaging.
What is it, like a blow mold or like one of the animatronic ones, or
Christmas Santa.
like
I
one
don't
of the
know.
big
What
ones?
will happen, do you think, if the USPS goes out of business? Or don't you think that'll happen?
That can't happen. That's like saying
Yes,
we're going to quit
oversized.
having federal government.
Would he not
No.
fit like if you telescope two large like Walmart shipping boxes? And maybe send it out through yourself without having them pack it? I mean, that's just a suggestion. Hi, Nikki. You're muted.
Hi, guys.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, Nikki.
Howdy, howdy.
I like to give myself
Or-
a couple seconds just in case there's like a a pickup or
Yeah.
something. And like,
I know Jim and Tara do a lot of large shipping, so maybe they would know if Tara's lurking in the listening.
I do a lot of large shipping. What's the
Yeah.
question?
It's yeah. Karen's at the beach. She's got UPS stores charging over $200 to ship and pack an item. It's outrageous, but the guy is willing to pay for the item. Let's see.
It's a Santa. It's a
Well, you could probably. What I'm saying, you pack it and then take it to UPS and drop it off. So
Yeah.
that way they're not charging you to pack it. Or
But then do they insure it if they don't pack it?
Yeah. You
that
can
I'm
put
not
it-
sure. Yeah, well, see, I don't do a lot through UPS anymore, but you would think so. I think but it might still end up being about the same cost. You just don't know. So, but
I don't think it'll be the same cost, but I know one time I took
I wouldn't think it.
one time years ago I sold a typewriter or something, and I know was it a record player or something? Record player, I think it was a really expensive one. And I thought, well, I'm going to try pack and mail and see if they pack it better or whatever. This was years ago, and I took it there, and yeah, it was going to be some exorbitant amount. I mean, it was like $100 or something it was going to cost to ship it. And they told me to pack it, it was only going to cost $14. And I was like, oh, okay, $14, no big deal, right? And I think I had bought the thing for $1, made like $100 off of it. So I mean, spending an extra $14 to have somebody do the work, was worth it to me. Well, anyways, and it was going to cost like $100 or $100 and some dollars to ship it. And I was like, why is it going to cost so much? And they're like, well, because they go by dimensional weight. And so they were telling me that it was going to cost that much to ship it. And so anyways, they had packed it. Well, I was like, well, I'll take it to the post office myself. And I took it to the post office myself, and it cost like, I don't know, like $12 to ship or whatever. So yeah, they tack on a lot when you go there to those places. So unless you have it in the making, if the customer's going to pay for it, then yeah, it's fine. But otherwise, pack it yourself. And ship it yourself, because otherwise, yeah, they got to make their money somehow, Yeah, it's always more expensive to ship it through like a pack and mail place or a UPS store.
Now I know with priority mail, it can be 70 pounds total, and then the maximum size is the length plus the distance around the package, the girth.
Yeah.
And it has to be 108 or something like that, or less than 108. So 108 inches or less.
Less than 108. Otherwise, you get into dimensional weight.
Adding all those sides together.
But now these days, dimensional weight isn't as expensive, and you can ship it like FedEx or something, and it'll be a little cheaper. But yeah, you pack it. You want to pack that stuff yourself. What is it she sold? I forget it now.
A glow mold, like a Christmas mold.
It's So if you went by like the 18 by 24, was it 18 by 24, large UPS or large Walmart or Home Depot box, you would telescope them together, and then whatever your length is, the total height of it, and you add that 4 sides to that. And if it's less than 108,
just go over to Pirate Ship or something, or something, and just enter in the dimensions and how much it weighs, how much you figure it's going to weigh when you pack it, and see how much they'll charge you for it. But yeah, go get some big bubble wrap and pack that thing yourself. I would put big bubble wrap around it. Big bubble wrap. Say that 3 times fast. and
Yeah.
probably put some cardboard around it,
Hmm.
and
Or
ship
some
it.
or some packing peanuts, something like that
Yeah.
would work too, because
I,
it'd be even lighter.
I hate packing peanuts.
I do too, but to make it
When
even lighter.
it just pisses me off when people send me packages with packing peanuts, because them suckers are in your house for at least a year.
I know.
No
And
matter how well
Tanner,
you clean, you find those stupid packing peanuts everywhere.
we'd open
That
a
and the
package
shredded
and
paper.
we'd have to chase him down to get the peanuts out of his mouth when he was little.
Yeah.
When he was a puppy, because he would take off with them. Oh, something to eat. It's like, no.
So the people at my husband's old job, the shipping guy, he would always save different stuff for me, and sometimes he would save packing peanuts for me. Like, I'd get a huge box of them, and I'd be like, all right, well, they're free, I'm going to use them. I would always message the customer and say, I just want to let you know before you open it, it is packed with packing peanuts.
I hate them things. I hate getting anything with those things. I was like, ugh. So far, I haven't gotten anything with packing peanuts in a long time, though. I don't even know if do they still sell them at UPS. They used to sell them by the bag at the UPS store.
Yeah, we use them.
It looked like a big bag of popcorn to me, but
Somebody moved into our apartment complex the other day, and they must have had a lot of stuff. I don't know, but they dumped bags of packing peanuts in the hallway for anybody to pick up. So we took them.
hey, free's free. It don't matter.
Yeah. If they're free, I'll take them. But I don't buy them anymore. Just because I hate when they send them to me.
Well, Maggie, I put that scanner to use, like you said, with eBay. I like it. Yeah, it just scan something that goes right into the search for eBay, or
it's a time saver, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I was I'm trying to figure out how to create my own barcode for my DVDs with the information in it. That way I don't, because they have the Google Sheets. It's free, and it's like a spreadsheet, and you can use that with it, and it'll put it'll scan the code. But right now, all it does is put the number in it, and then I have to hand type the title of the DVD. So I'm trying to create to where it does that for me, and then I just put the cost of goods and all that. But
yeah,
haven't figured that out yet. I know there's barcode generators and stuff like that, but this one won't read it. So I have to find something that's compatible, a generator that's compatible with this particular scanner, and I haven't found it yet. So,
or it might be there's just a different setting you have to use. I know.
Yeah.
Like for the scanner that I use when I'm out scouting, it has to be calibrated to my phone. Like,
right.
But if I use it, sometimes I've used it on the computer. But to use it on the computer, I have to switch it over. I have to switch settings over to read the barcode differently to enter it into the computer. So it might be just a settings thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because it gives me things when I got, it's a Zebra. It's like this like you see at the store. Right. It just gives me, it says set the defaults. It says it gives you an option to return to factory defaults, or add a carriage or enter key, or add a tab key. That's all. It's the only codes that it lets me do. So I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, just play with it.
I know I'll find it sooner or later and be able to do it, but and it'll work out. But it's just taking me time to figure. But that'll be perfect for what I want. What I'm hoping to have is my DVD.
Yeah, that would be great.
So, rather than have to because I was writing everything down or typing everything in, and I was like, God, that would be perfect to just figure that out and just zap that code, and it just puts all the information in there, and all I got to do is put what I paid for the lot, and what lot it is, and blah blah blah.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Sure.
Karen's at the beach. Was that a blow mold or a globe? Or a snow globe?
No, blow
No,
mold.
a
Oh, a
Santa.
blow mold. Don't worry about
Yep.
the bubble wrap then. Just get a. Do you ever get the box from USPS with the priority envelopes, the padded envelopes? That box I use a lot for blow molds.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you'll get into dim weight with blow molds, but they're really not that expensive to ship. So yeah, just do it yourself. Get a box. Go to Menards or Walmart or something. They're cheap foam boxes and get a big enough box and throw it in there. Maybe put a
Mm-hmm.
little bubble wrap around it, but yeah, I thought you said a snow globe. I'm
Snow
sorry.
globe. I got one of those going out today. I wrap that thing. You could probably bounce it off the concrete, and it will not break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, blow molds are easy. You could
because
even put like newspaper or something around it.
yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do to hurt a blow mold. Really,
No.
I mean, I'm sure if it fell out of an airplane or something, it would break. But for the most part, all the ones I've ever had, you would have had to pick them up, beat them against a tree to bust them. So,
I sell blow molds all the time. I love them. I get them for a buck or
uh-huh.
two everywhere, and then I sell them all the time. I love them. I love blow molds.
Yeah, I usually I'll look for them in the spring because people are clearing out their doing their spring cleaning, and a lot of times that's when people get rid of that stuff because they're wanting to downsize or whatever. And we bought a bunch of them a couple years ago, and then sold them on Facebook auction, one of the local quarter auctions, and we made like $285 off of them. We had the whole set of the nativity scene,
Yeah.
and sold it, and we had a couple we had a couple Santas. We had this, that, or the other. What they call them, the soldiers, and the candles and things like that. So yeah, I think we ended up paying $25 for all of it. So and then we turned around and sold it as a lot. So
Sarah, last couple of years ago, we started our hayride with the steam show, and they were looking for donations of Christmas ornaments for the hayride because we couldn't afford. We didn't want to have to put too much money out in the beginning because we were just trying it out to see if it would go,
mm-hmm.
And anyways, so they were looking for donations, and I had a ton of blow molds. I mean, I had the whole nativity set. I had snowmen. I had Santa Claus. I had little gingerbread men. I had the suckers, the lollipops, and everything.
Hello, you.
Did she leave?
Helping out the steam show. I mean, I had
Yeah.
maybe $10 into it all, so it was no big deal to me. I mean, I've been saying forever to sell blow molds,
Mm-hmm.
but I just it was more important for me to donate them to the steam club than to make money off of them, And I just told them if
Mm-hmm.
you ever get rid of them, give them back, But they've been using them, so
Yeah.
I love blow molds.
They do get brittle when they get old.
Yeah.
I've seen some at estate sales and garage sales that the plastic on them just starts cracking and breaking.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're real tough when they're new, but if they've been out in somebody's barn in the heat and cold and everything else for a long time, they get brittle.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Maggie back.
Yeah, you just got to get a big box, Karen. It'll ship fine. But don't have UPS do it. Do it yourself. It's not a big deal. Because even when I shipped that record player that time, and I messaged the customer. I said, I am shipping this to you. I said, could you let me know if it was packed extremely well? Because she was a person, I looked on her feedback. She was a person that bought a lot of stuff on eBay. And I said, could you just tell me about the packaging? I said, I had a company package it for me. I wanted to see if it's worth having them pack things for me or if it's worth me doing it myself. And she said, sure. And she messaged me back and she said, it really wasn't packed any better than anybody else does it, than she normally got. So, yeah.
But if the guy's willing to pay for the professional packing and shipping,
Mm-hmm.
I'd, I think it's the route I would go.
Yeah, just
Mm-hmm.
pack it
Oh, yeah. If
yourself.
you're willing to
Yeah.
pay for it, go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to.
Yeah.
Pack it yourself and pocket the $200 that he was going to pay
There you go.
UPS.
There you go.
Yeah, for your time and your energy and your materials and
Yeah.
having to go get it.
But honestly, when I sell blow molds, when I ship them, I don't do anything special with them. I put them. I find a box. Usually most of the blow molds fit in that box that I get from the padded mailers, and most blow molds fit in there, anyways. And I save those boxes, and if there's any space at all, I throw a little bit of bubble wrap or something in there, or newspaper or something, and then I ship it. I don't worry too much about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a problem. I know whenever I have something big and breakable or something and it sells and I'm sitting there thinking, why did I list this? And then all of a sudden I look and see how much it sold for. I'm like, that's why I did. Yeah. You see how much you're making off of it, and then once you get through the packing process, you're like, that really wasn't that bad,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can get big boxes at, I don't know if you have Menards over there in New York where she's at, but Walmart has got big boxes, and they're like $1 or $2. They're not that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe over where she lives, they might be $4 or $5, but
Blow mold stuff sells like crazy.
yeah. Yeah, and you can pick them up so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could find more of those bubble lights. Those
What?
vintage
Oh,
bubble lights,
Yeah.
man, they sell good.
Michael loves
Mhm.
those, the bubble lights.
Yeah, but I can never hardly find them. They really are getting kind of rare to find at a garage sale or an estate sale or something.
I thought they
Hi,
had started
everybody.
making them again.
Oh yeah,
Oh, Beth, I want to tell you something. This morning I went to go look for your show with Tom last night, and it wasn't listed on my YouTube for some reason. So you might want to check that.
What wasn't listed in your YouTube
Her show.
Beth's show?
Yeah.
I know this show was not showing up as being on live in my subscription list. I had to actually
Yeah.
go to the channel.
Well, no,
That's weird.
I'm looking at her channel right now, and the last video that it shows on her channel that she uploaded was what sold on eBay, Poshmark, and Macari.
Oh, but that's because she tweaked the title and revised that during the show last night. Like while they were on the air, they were talking about how to do your titles and stuff for. Oh, she's saying it wasn't fully loaded yet. But Beth, wasn't that the video you were working on last night, tweaking the title and everything? Because now it's showing up at the top. I don't know. It was a good show, though. I mean, I don't even do YouTube, but I found it really interesting. So all the YouTubers should go watch it.
Mm,
My sales on Poshmark have been just dismal.
I haven't had a sale in forever on there. Of course, I don't sit there and share either.
I don't. I share twice a day. I should
I don't
share
even do
more.
that. I don't even do that. I'm bad when it comes to Poshmark. It's just, you know, I was gung ho at first about it and sharing. And then it's like, I don't want to do that. I want to go back to do eBay. so, so I'm not real up on Poshmark or Macari. I got stuff on Macari. I probably end up taking it down. It's just like golf clubs and stuff like that. So, oh, but
Yeah, I've got stuff on Macari. And I sell over there every once in a while. Maybe one a week or so.
I like to buy stuff on there to resell because it's like you get pretty good, decent deals on bulk stuff like jewelry and things like that. So,
Ah.
I found some good deals that had some good pieces in it, and it's like the last I bought some. It was a watch lot, and I think I spent $35 for all of it, and there was, I don't know, I forget how many. It was a, good size. Um, it was priority mailbox, and it was full of watches.
Ah.
And I sold this Zapata watch out of it for like $35. So
Oh,
pretty
awesome.
much made my money back on that one watch. So I'm happy with that. And then some of them were like $10 or 15 or a couple of them I've sold for like 12. I had an offer for $12.99 for a $15 watch, and it's like, yeah, I've already made my money back. So
I love it when you do that, when you sell the first thing that pays for the whole thing.
yeah, I do too. And that's what I do. I will sit there and I'll spend hours looking at stuff to see, it's like, well, what can I make? What are they asking? And what can I make off of one piece in it? If I can make my money back on one or two pieces, I'll send them an offer, for a few dollars less than what they're asking, like $5 less than what they're asking or so. And if I think I can make my money back, that's what I do. And it usually works. I have so much stuff right now. I need to quit doing that. I keep buying, but I'm not listing it. It's like, oh my God, stop. So it's like with that fast track. We were going down to the warehouse about every 2 times a week picking up stuff. I was like, I have got to stop. Don't buy no more until some of this stuff sells. So but I like shopping on Macari and Let Go and OfferUp and the Facebook Marketplace, stuff like that. That's where I've been doing a lot of sourcing rather than going to the thrift shops. Especially with the Facebook Marketplace, they do porch pickup. It's like leave the money under the rug and take the item, So
Yeah.
and you get there and there's like 5 different things and you got to find the one with your name on it. Make sure you take that and not somebody else's, but I'm okay with that. I bought a lot of DVDs like that. I've got them for like $20 for 400 of them.
Oh, wow.
It's like, they were banana crate. Those banana boxes full of DVDs. I wouldn't go pass that up.
No.
So, especially in this fall, we're going to have movie night for the kids and families around the community. So, we've got the projector, we've got the blow up screen frame. We just got to get the screen to put on it, and I've got all these. I got the popcorn machine now. I got candy and stuff like that. We're going to give out to the kids and all that. So it'll be fun. It'll be worth it.
Yeah.
So and I've got plenty of movies to choose from. The only thing they got to bring is their own drinks and a chair. We'll provide the rest. So
That sounds like fun.
yeah, just something for the kids and the families to look forward to this fall, rather than, they really can't go anywhere. The only thing they're showing at the theaters now is, 80s movies and things like that. So So we're hoping to bring some of the people together in the community rather than everybody, because there's like, I don't know, maybe 300 mobile homes in this village. So, I mean, and I only know the people closely that live around me. I mean, I pretty much have seen everybody, but I've not met everybody. So I think that'll be a good thing, be a positive thing for the community. So
I'm just dreading the winter when everything, because here in New Jersey, all the restaurants you can only eat outdoors. So
yeah, it's the same here.
I'm just dreading the winter when everything closes up again and
Yeah,
you can't.
because it'll be almost like it'll be takeout only then, just like around here, everything's outside.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're doing it where you're at, but in Cincinnati, they have shut down some of the streets just so these restaurants can have outdoor.
They've done it
spaces.
Here too.
So that's,
done it here too.
I mean, that's a good thing. To me, I think it's also causing another problem because then you're going to have to reroute the traffic.
Right.
So you're causing issues in other parts of the city. So it's like,
right.
Okay. Which I don't go downtown Cincinnati anymore, so try not to. But they're doing the same thing right here in Mason, which is a small little town. So, but they just happen to have their restaurants at in the heart of town. The one we have what's called Two Cities Pizza. It's got New York style, Chicago style pizza in the same building, but it's the old police department. So they have a front area that they had already blocked off for outdoor seating, and then they have the parking area in the back and stuff like that. So, and there's a couple other places in town that are doing that, and they already have a parking lot that they can utilize. So we don't have to worry about them shutting down Main Street or anything like that. So, but I wouldn't want to be in Cincinnati right now.
Yeah.
With all the streets closed and all that. It's like, Let me see. Any questions? So what's everybody got going on today?
Nothing.
We are doing some house cleaning. We're going to have a house sitter while we go weddinging. So,
Yep, that's coming up, isn't it? Not this.
Yeah.
Is it next weekend?
This weekend, isn't it?
yeah,
This week. It is this weekend, isn't it? Wow.
We're going to leave Thursday morning and come home, I guess, Saturday morning.
Was the wedding's on Friday?
Yep. So it should be interesting. A lot of frou-frou and stuff. Gwen's got artificial flowers that are not quite taking up as much room as my death pile.
Nikki disappeared.
Is the wedding outdoors, Todd?
No, it's at a venue. So it's called a castle. The castle at Rockwall. If you want to Google Castle at Rockwall and take a look at the facility. They got some pictures on their website. The Castle at Rockwall, Texas. So between a little bit of eBay and do a little more house cleaning, that's about all we're going to get done today.
I don't know. I know I got some listing to do. I got to go around and get some water from my machine. I'll probably work on my photo area today and get it reorganized, reset up with my new ring light. I still haven't done that. It's like every time I try to get over there, I get hit with something I got to do. But I'm going to dedicate the rest of the day to fixing that up so I can get some more photos taken with my new mannequin. So I got a rack full of clothes that's been hanging there for a couple of months. Oh, where'd Maggie go?
I don't
Oh,
know.
she did say her electric was flickering. So, um,
Yeah, that hurricane it's farther north than I thought it was. Usually the farther north they go, the more they dissipate and just fizzle out. But that one looks like it's still cranking out big weather. Fish and Pickens said inland they had bunch of tornadoes last night.
wow.
High winds and heavy rain for Cairns.
We had some nasty looking clouds roll in last night. It just had like a torrential rain downpour, and that was about it. But they were black and nasty, and it winds picked up and lightning, and then all of a sudden, gone. It's like, okay, I can deal with that. So,
We're just going to be hot and sunny for the next foreseeable future.
yeah. We got rain today, and it's supposed to be cool all the rest of this week, but I'd say next week it's probably going to be back up into the 90s. Oh, my grandson starts first grade, or kindergarten, I mean, on the 19th. My ex-daughter-in-law just texted me. I haven't got to see him since all this started, so.
What's dropping like flies, Beth?
Yeah, I just read that. I think they're talking about our panel.
Oh.
Nikki fell off. Maggie fell off. Nikki's trying to get back in. There she is. I know Maggie had said something about if the lights flicker or something, or she disappears. It's her electric or whatever.
Yeah. People on the screen. Well, I'm here. It's nice to have the option to turn off the camera every once in a while when you're, or if I got to blow my nose, I mute myself.
Okay, there we go.
Can you
I
hear
just
me?
seen where it said, yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you. It popped up and said, "Let me in." I'm like, "Oh yeah." Every time somebody says that, even though an image pops in my head, have you ever seen Salem's Lot with the little boy, the little boy vampire hanging out the window? Let me in. Let me in. That movie scared the living crap out of me when I was little. When we were, I don't know why they let me watch it. I was like 5, I think, and my mom and dad were watching. My dad had this big black leather lazy boy that he was in, and the scene comes when they're walking down through this trail. They were taking the shortcut, the two boys, and all of a sudden this image pops up, and it was Nostradamus or whatever. And when that happened, I just boom! I took off and run up my dad's chair, over the back of it, down the hall. With him sitting in it. He was like, "Whoa!" They still talk about that. And I wouldn't come out of my room. It scared me to death. So
anytime I say let me in, I always think of Negan. Little pig, let me in.
Little pig.
Little pig, let me in.
I think I've actually said that to Valerie before in the chat. And said, little pig, let me in. And I always think, God, if somebody's not a Walking Dead, which Valerie is, so I know she knew what I meant, but If
Yeah.
anybody else saw that wasn't a Walking Dead fan, they'd be like, "Wow, that's rude."
What is
So,
it?
anyways, I was just gonna say, you guys, I was trying to talk, and you guys were talking over me, so I left because I figured, well, they are talking over me, and they're not rude, so they must not be
Yeah,
able to
we
hear
could.
me.
It's just you were talking, then all of a sudden there was a big gap. I'm thinking, and all of a sudden you disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we couldn't hear you.
So,
So I thought,
is
well, she'll
anybody
be
gonna
back.
show up to that wedding, Todd?
Yeah, we got some coming, but not nearly as many. Like they had like
Yeah.
150 RSVPs, and now it's down to like 70, 80.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and that's a shame because
Mhm.
spent so much money on
Oh, yeah.
reception meal and the facility and everything. But
Yeah, and you
I
can't
mean,
get any of that back.
you had to reserve that place so far ahead of time to get in there to have your wedding. And then
Yeah.
at that time, we all thought, well, COVID's probably going to be over by then.
Yeah.
But boy, it sure hasn't.
No.
But the biggest shame is the little kids aren't, parents aren't letting, like, our ring bearer dropped out, and
Oh.
we lost one flower girl, and we got Gwen's niece to do the flower
Oh.
girl this time. So I don't know.
Tell them all to wear masks.
Yeah. So it's I don't know.
Well, yeah,
It's just
my
been such a struggle. We originally wanted to do the wedding reception or the rehearsal dinner at the hotel meeting room where we're staying, but or where we were gonna stay.
Mhm.
But then they're not booking the meeting room for, well, they'll book it, but the maximum you could have is 7 people or something like that. You're like,
Oh, wow.
that's not gonna work.
That's
So
sad.
no, it'll be a nice wedding, but
Well, I've always told people, they stress about their wedding. Oh my God, is everything going to be right? And really and truly, all that matters is that the bride and groom and the priest is there, or their pastor or whatever.
yeah,
Really and truly, I mean, that's what it really comes down to. I mean, the two most important people are going to be there, but
yeah,
still, it just sucks because you shut up. You dream about this big wedding and then and you're able to have it, but then this stupid COVID crap comes. Knock it off. Well, that was my uncle died about a month ago. We went over to north of Green Bay, and I mean it really stinks to have a funeral. I mean, my dad. It was my dad's brother-in-law, so his sister, and any other time we would even. God darn it! Oh, I should have like 10 more dogs. Anyways, you any other time there would be no question should we go there. I mean, we would have been in the car heading there right away.
right,
Because my dad's sister's husband. And but then my dad was like, well, I don't know, are we supposed to go? Should we go? What do we do? And then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, but Dad, it's your sister. Um, she needs you. And so we decided to go. But yeah, it's at the funeral. I mean, he was a teacher, a coach, big in the community. you know they're very well liked people in the community. So yeah, he didn't get the send off that he deserved. I mean, they had a nice funeral, don't get me wrong, but yeah, hardly. I mean, I cry when I talk about this, but his best friend, who was also a teacher, and he's an older guy, his wife wouldn't let him go to the funeral because they're worried about it, And well, then and I thought, God, that's just so sad. This guy this guy was his best friend since college. Okay. So, I mean, we're talking best friends for what, 60 years or 50 years or whatever. Anyways, so it was very sad to see that he couldn't come to the funeral. And I don't blame him, I mean, elderly people have to worry about this stuff. Big time. Well, anyways, at the graveside, when we were all at the graveside, off in the distance, it makes me cry thinking about it. Off in the distance, there was his best friend Tony and his wife. He got to come to the graveside, but of course they stayed far away from everybody. But I just thought it was so sweet. I'm a big softie when it comes to stuff like that. But the whole time I'm just thinking, oh my God, it's so sad. I mean, this guy was there all the time when my Uncle Ned, he had Alzheimer's, and Mary, my Aunt Mary is a sweet person, and she was the kids live a little ways away from them, so they couldn't be there every day to help her, but he was always there. He was always going and taking Uncle Ned places. He was always there to help Mary if she had something wrong with her lawnmower or something. And he was always there to go visit when she was sick with cancer treatments and she couldn't do as much. He was always there to help, and so, I mean, it was just so sad that, he couldn't go to the funeral because of this, But yeah, this COVID stuff is sure messing stuff up. Boy, it
really is.
And your kid, they deserve a nice big wedding, but they can't have that huge wedding they want to have because everybody's scared. And you can't blame them because nobody knows,
Yeah. Maybe they could do a Facebook Live, where those that can't come can be there and watch it and comment.
Same.
Have somebody set up with their phone and just do a Facebook Live. So that's what they're doing with the churches and stuff. They're doing their sermons on there. I mean,
yeah, my daughter's friend did that with her wedding. She had a big. Well, I think it was actually on. They did it on Zoom or something.
Oh yeah, Zoom or Facebook Live, anything like that.
Yeah, but then they ended up. Right after it started, there ended up being a connection problem because they were out in the state park or whatever. And there ended up being a connection problem. And everybody ended up missing the wedding anyways.
Yeah. That, if they got to have a backup, have somebody with a hotspot on their phone. Yeah. That way that would help.
Yeah.
So Maggie says power is back on, but no internet. Yeah, we figured that's what happened, Maggie. Fishing and picking, that's crazy. Bertie County, about 50 miles from me, was wiped out last night. A trailer park of 80 homes gone. National Guard en route because the county doesn't have a fire department outside of volunteers. Body count unknown. Wow. That's the only bad thing about living in a mobile home during this time of year is the tornadoes. We, knock on wood, one of my dogs are probably going to bark, but we have not had a tornado touchdown here. We've had several go over. With the one from 1974 actually passed over us and hit Mason, which is literally 3 miles from here. And then it made its way on up to Xenia, of course, and annihilated Xenia. And then 10 years later to the day, it did it again. So we've had several go over, but nothing touched down. We had Ike. Ike was the only thing. We got the microburst from Ike. That hit us, and we lost a few big limbs off our tree, and there was some other trees downed and stuff. But other than that, there was no major damage. But as far as tornadoes go, we really haven't had anything like that. And my father says it has something. We have a 7-acre lake, and it's natural spring-fed lake. He always seemed to think that's something to do with the lake itself. The temperature and the barometric pressure around the water had something to do with that. He said, I'm no meteorologist or nothing like that. He said, but it just seems like they pass over and never drop. I mean, they've literally watched them pass over, but they never dropped it. They dropped debris, but they never actually dropped and hit any trailers around here. So, which is, I'm thankful for that. So, because even though mobile homes have tie downs, that ain't nothing against an F4 or 5 tornado. Because once it
No,
reaches that, you might as well. It's like the hand, like they said in Twister. It's like the hand of God. The F5. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's what hit Xenia was an F5, and it literally annihilated that town. And then we had a couple years ago, we had 16 tornadoes hit Dayton, Ohio, in one night. 16 different tornadoes. So that was crazy. Devastated parts of Dayton, Ohio. So, and I just, that's sad about Bertie County. But it does happen. I mean, there's nowhere you can go if you live in a mobile home. There's really nowhere you can go other than find the nearest lowest ditch you can find. They say lay in your tub and with mattresses over you. That's about if you can't get out of your mobile home, that's what they want you to do. So, because you would be safer in there, and especially if it's a metal tub. But the only problem is there if it's lightning too, zap,
Mhm.
I mean, Mom always put us in the hallway, because it was small and structurally more sound is what Dad said, but we never had to worry about it actually touching down, but she would take the precautions. And we've had a few bad storms, and I put Teresa and all the dogs in the bathroom with,
Don't you
what's that?
don't you have a fallout shelter there?
No, we have what used to be a laundromat literally right in my backyard, but
Oh,
it's all it is concrete and mortar. There's no rebarb in it whatsoever. You can take a sledgehammer and knock a hole through the wall. So a tornado tossing 2x4s or something like that around would annihilate that just as easily as it would a mobile home. Because it was just built to cover the dryers and the washers. That's all it was built for. It wasn't built to have people in it other than that, and not to be a shelter of any kind. It was built just to basically keep and be able to lock up the washers and dryers. So,
yeah,
I mean,
about 2 years ago, we had a small tornado here, and one guy had a pretty large size grassy lot where he had storage sheds of different sizes, brand new storage sheds
right.
on display on the main drag through town. And oh gosh, they're still picking up pieces of those. They went everywhere. Big old chunks of storage shed roofs up in trees and through windows of the nearby businesses, and yeah. But it was so weird. It was such a small little concentrated area that thing hit.
so weird
It's
how
crazy. Go ahead.
It's so weird how it pick and chooses,
It does. I mean, it's weird and scary at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I say that we've never had. I won't say we won't ever have a tornado here, but I lived here for 20 years before I went off and got married, and I come back, and I've been here another. So I've been here a total of 40 years, or 30 years. I mean, give or take. No, what is it? What am I, 51? Anyway, I don't even know. No, I wasn't married at 11. I've been back here 16 years. I'm sorry, my bad. 16 years. But anyway, in all those years, I've never seen a tornado hit here. Never. Not saying I won't. I hope I never do.
You just jinxed yourself.
Yeah, I know. But I've been saying that for years anyway. So Ike was the closest thing I think we've ever had to actually having a tornado of any kind or any type of wind damage whatsoever. And that was 80 mile per hour winds. And
you better start digging that hole.
Yeah. Well, we have a ditch. We have a spillway that drops probably I would say 60 yards down because you got the lake and then this big ravine. And when a backhoe goes down there, it looks like a Hot Wheel at the bottom of it. So it's a pretty good sized ditch. And I tell everybody that's where you need to go. Get down to the lowest part and lay down and cover your head. So, because everybody asks me, where do we go? And I tell them, down in the ditch across from the lake, go down the spillway. So I said, that's your safest place. So
that's one thing I don't understand. Okay. And please don't be offended, Southern people, what I'm going to say. But all you people live in, you guys have hurricanes, tornadoes, and all that down there. It's like really a big thing down there. And y'all live in mobile homes. What the hell? With no basement.
It's because it's cheap living.
I know it's cheaper living.
I mean,
oh man.
Oh, I wouldn't. I mean, that's like I told Teresa. I said, if when her parents decide to downsize, Teresa gets the house. So I thought, well, I'm keeping this, and this would be like a place to go and like camping, like a campground type thing.
Yeah.
So I will never give up this place ever. And even the owner said the only thing moving this trailer, because at one time he wanted to take all the older trailers and move them down to the bottom of the hill and have this up here nothing but camper pads for RVs and stuff. And I looked at him. I said, "You're going to plan on moving my trailer?" He says, "No." He said, "The only thing moving that would be a tornado."
Yeah.
So because we've built onto it, my dad built onto it. I've built 3 rooms onto it. So I mean, it's like a house now. It looks like a house. It don't look like a double wide anymore. So it's got siding. It's got been re-roofed, and so. Hang on here. Hang on to your asses.
Yeah, we get tornadoes, hurricanes, flooding, gators, snakes, you name it. We probably got it. Mobile homes are still expensive.
Oh yeah, they are expensive. But the lot rent's cheap unless you buy the mobile home in the park or whatever, because then your lot rent would be your payment plus your lot rent, which is the way it is here. Somebody come into and buy a trailer, and he charges them X amount for the trailer, and then he breaks it into payments and then just adds it to their lot rent to where you're not paying any more than $500 a month. So, which is still cheap considering an apartment around here is $750 to $800 a month, and that's not including your electric and your water and all that. Whereas here it's water included, trash included, maintenance is included, except for you take care of your own yard, and then all you got to come up with is the lot rent, your payment, and your electric. So, there went Nikki.
Yeah. Everybody's having troubles today.
It's all these. She's trying to come back in. Add to stream. Okay. I just trying to put you back in. There you go. I see.
It's the COVID.
Oh, there she is. Yeah.
COVID is attacking computers.
YouTube has the COVID.
I'm having a hell of a time here staying on. I don't know what's going on.
Isn't it funny, down through the years, we blamed natural disasters on what goes wrong in our daily lives, like it's global warming.
Yeah.
And it's El Nino causing the brain waves to get messed up in my brain, and Y2K is going to kill us all.
I bought this damn $1,500 phone. I bought the best of the best. And you know what? Honestly, I've had the worst service.
Yeah, the phone could be great.
Yeah.
But the service sucks.
All of a sudden, AT&T's got like the worst service around here. I don't know what's going on. It's like, yeah, I go and I invest in this really nice phone, and my other one was like 6 years old, In cell phone life, that was a dinosaur.
Yeah, cell phones. They're expensive.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember what life was like before cell phones.
I know. I don't know what we did before cell phones.
Yeah. Having to stop and ask directions. And,
Well, I mean, I
oh,
stop and
gosh.
think about
I'll be
when I
back in
used to
just
be
a second, guys. My sister's out front. I'll be right back.
okay.
Hold down the fort for me.
We will.
Yep.
I stop and think about, I used to drive truck all over the country, and all I had was a little flip phone, and it got internet, but you couldn't like Google or
Pager.
get maps or anything like that, And I think all I had was my map, my atlas, and I'd have to plan my trips out. Now I get into somewhere where I don't know, and I just say, okay, just where I want to go and from where I'm at, and it picks up where I'm at and tells me which way to go. I'm like, man, how did I ever get through without a cell phone?
It's the faceless show.
I could turn my camera on, but it's not a pretty sight.
I'm eating my breakfast. So I don't think anybody wants to look at my mess here.
Yeah. Just hanging
There
out.
you are. There you are.
Yeah, and I'm leaning so I'm doing the cardinal sin of women. You can't lean over so that your face droops forward. Yeah, I'm doing that, so I look even worse.
Your face is not drooping. Oh, yeah. What else have we not talked about?
I don't know. Geez, we've talked about funerals, weddings,
Mm-hmm. Shipping.
shipping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to list knives today. I got a whole bunch of knives and flatware the other day at a sale, so
Like
I bought them all for $11.
kitchen knives.
Yeah, big butcher knives and stuff like that.
What kind of sale do you have going on now?
Huh?
Have they started your auctions back up?
Oh yeah, yeah. This one is an antique sale, or an antique store is going out of business, and they're taking all the stuff out of their storage and everything. They opened up the old Kmart, and they got probably about half of that building full of stuff.
Wow.
It was really actually very overwhelming. The other day when I was there, I was just like, oh, I woke up, I was in a lot of pain that day, and it was colder out, and the weather was colder, so everything was hurting that day. And my husband's like, oh, let's, and didn't give me a chance to shower. He's like, let's go. So I had to just throw some clean clothes on and go. And me leaving the house without a shower is like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
And so we went to breakfast, and then we went to that sale, and it was just overwhelming to me that day. I don't know. I just wasn't. Usually I'm into it, but that day I wasn't. But I got some knives and some flatware to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Some pretty good stuff. I got it all for $11, and it was like I probably got probably at least 50 pieces of flatware and about 10 knives. So 10 or 15 knives. So, and I got it all for $11, so that wasn't bad.
Yep.
One of the knives alone will give me my money back. So.
My sister brought over a Trump sign. Put it in my yard.
Oh God.
I got one of those Ring doorbells. I was like, I see you.
Peekaboo.
I don't care. She's funny. Dogs were going nuts. Little Bambi tries to bite me to get to her. I said, she's not even out there where you can get to her. Get back in the house. Because she's the first person that Bambi ever bit. She'd never bit anybody before in the first 4 years that we had her. You know, from puppy on. She'd been around Pammy I don't know how many times. And then all of a sudden one day Pammy comes in and says, hi, Bambi. And Bambi bit her.
Hi, Summer.
Blood. She was like, well, you little bitch. So now she bites. She'll bite anybody as they come in, and she'll bite you when you're leaving. But while you're sitting there, she don't bother you. She just don't like you coming in the door or going out it. But if you're already in here, she's fine. Yeah. And she don't really break the skin. It's more like a pinch, but it still hurts. I'm like, hey, I feed you. I've got I had a blood blister on the back of my calf for weeks where she got me. I'm like, I live here. She gets so excited. But she can't really open her mouth real far to really chomp on you. But she can pinch the crap out of you. Ugh. Hello.
Uh-oh.
I'm at my daughter's house and I'm watching this kid across the street. He's so stinking cute. He's got glasses and he's got like I don't know if it's like a receding hairline or what, but his hair is like way back. He's just so stinking cute, and I love watching him. He's just so fun. He's over there with his dad blowing him with the leaf blower. It's so cute. They're having so much fun. It's so funny to watch them. He's so cute.
Where did Laurie go?
I don't know. Laurie.
She disappeared.
There, I look a little better now that I'm up straight, not leaning forward. Oh, looks like she's coming back.
Yeah.
I was going to say, who's going to let her in? None of us have control of the show.
Oh.
There we go. Oh, damn, I got kicked off too. What the hell? Is it because I said Trump? Do it again.
YouTube's not very happy with Trump these days, I guess. No.
Lordy days. Well, StreamYard was the one that ended the thingy, so maybe they're not Trump happy. Did you see where they're giving out the Trumpy bear? They're selling the Trumpy bear, the little teddy bear. It's got the Trump hairdo and the suit and tie.
I haven't seen it.
And it's got this biker dude. He's like, I take my Trumpy bear everywhere I go. And he's sitting on his bike motorcycle. Seen that last night. I thought that was funny. That's that bear with a comb over.
Oh, really? Summer said she was just asking about me last night. Oh my God.
Just rims.
Does anybody want a couple dogs?
Mm. I got plenty.
Yeah. 3 for me. And a cat that thinks he's a dog. 'Cause he's been I swear, I said, if you start barking, I'm taking you to the doggy or animal psychiatrist. But he runs with the dogs like he thinks he's a dog. He tries to eat out of their bowl and everything. It's like, that's not for you. Your food's back here. And he's huge. We got him. He's this little bitty.
No, she gone again.
Oh, she's gone again. Gary was showing me a video the other day of this horse that thinks he's a dog. And he goes, isn't that funny? And I said, well, we had the goat and he thought he was a dog. Our goat ran along with the dogs thinking he was one of them, you know. Then he could never figure out why the dogs got to go in the house, but he couldn't. He had to go down in the barn. Not that he didn't try to get in the house.
I bet.
He did come in a few times.
All right, I'm back again. Damn.
You're all
Stop
tangled
it.
up here, stupid.
Stop it, StreamYard. I don't even know what I was talking about, but oh well. Oh. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Up. Let's see. Oh, it's getting close to 11.
Yep.
Todd, was that your dog or your belly?
She smells my bacon.
Oh.
Bacon. Is that the little black and white one? Is that a Boston Terrier?
Yeah.
I think those are the cutest little dogs. I told Teresa, I said I would love to have a little Boston Terrier. I love their little smushed up face and just that look. That's when they give you the side eye, those big brown eyes.
Yep.
They're just so cute.
Yeah. It's hard for me to imagine a dog more enjoyable than a Boston Terrier.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Benji, go away. I need to brush your teeth there, stinky mouth. Oh, yuck. I think he's been out hunting for butt nuggets again. Ew.
My nephew's got those French bulldogs. Those are pretty fun.
Yeah, those are cute too.
Yeah. They're a lot of fun.
I've never been around a French bulldog, but they look pretty neat.
Oh, they're cute. They're so
I
much
like
fun.
that. There's one lady put a video on Facebook where she's like arguing with this dog, and he keeps going. And he goes, it makes all these noises, and she's like, "Don't you talk to me?" And he's like, It's funny. Benji, get out of here, Stinky.
Well, there were times when Sally would be sitting there talking to Lugnut. Lugnut would want me to do something, and I was on the show, and I'm like, "No, leave me alone." And he'd start. Sally would be like, "Oh, Lugnut's a good boy."
Yeah, they can be vocal when they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, the one dog, my oldest dog, she's always real quiet until she wants something, and she starts going whining. And it's like, because you don't hear she barks when people come in. That's about it. But when she wants something, she's. It's like, what? That's how you know she wants something, because most times she's quiet. And Benji just stands there on his back legs and dances when he wants something. I said, I need to get a video of that and put music to it. La cucaracha, la cucaracha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely need to brush your teeth, little boy. He's stinking. Ugh. What is it with dogs and cat crap? I just don't understand what the appeal is. It's nasty. I'm like,
my daughter's dog Diesel will sit here and eat poop. I don't understand it.
And then they want to come and breathe on you. It's like, oh God.
I don't know why they eat poop. They're very well fed. I don't know what's the problem. They get treats, they get bones.
It's like, well, the one vet told me that he does it because he was put outside and left to fend for himself. So he was eating anything he could find. I said, but he's not put outside anymore. And I feed him every single day. They get fed. You know, I put food in their bowl in the morning, big bunch of it. And then they eat on that. And then I put it in there again at night in case they get hungry again. I said, and he's small dog, but he's perfect weight. But
yeah.
It's like, what is the appeal? And the one I read an article said some cats don't digest their food like
Yeah.
properly, or all the way, and so dogs actually smell the food. They don't smell what we smell. I'm
Yeah.
like, how could they not smell what we smell?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like, oh
that's
my
like
god.
my little Jack Russell, Willow. She was abused before we got her. She had to fend for herself most of the time. She wasn't fed properly.
Uh-huh.
But I have an ever flowing dog bowl. I leave
Uh-huh.
the ever
Yeah.
flowing dog bowl up. And so she is, and we've had her for 10, 11 years now. So
Uh-huh.
you think by now she would know that she's loved and that she's taken care of, and she always has food at her disposal. Plus,
Mm-hmm.
she always eats with my husband off of his plate. I mean, she doesn't actually eat off of his plate, but he gives her food off of his plate. And and she's the queen,
Mm-hmm.
and she knows it, but she still will look around looking for scraps, something that I might have dropped or scrounging
Yep.
around, and they never get out of that.
I tell you
But
what.
now
Whew.
she's old. She's really old right now. Now she's old, and she's getting a little senile, I think. Well, anyway,
Mm-hmm.
she's getting very aggressive with like if you try to give her food, hand it to
Mm-hmm.
her, she like, well, you'll pull back a
Snatches
nut.
it.
Oh yeah, she's like crazy
Snatches
now.
it. Oh, Tanner did that as he got older. He started doing that. I mean, he was always a nipper when it come to his food bowl. I was the
Yeah,
only one that could put my hand in his bowl and put in or take out stuff without getting nipped. But as he got older, he started doing it to me, and I'm like, So, but I think it's an age thing. They start getting a little crotchety.
yeah.
My
Well, she
chest's
doesn't.
not moving.
She doesn't bite anybody,
Well,
but
Tanner,
when she
Tanner
goes
would,
to get food, she
yeah.
wants to.
Okay. Well, it is 11 o'clock, 11:01 here, 10 o'clock other places. I want to thank Nikki and Todd for being here with me, and Sally was here earlier for hanging out with
Maggie.
me on the show, and Maggie. We hope your electric comes back on soon, Maggie, and hope everybody on the East Coast and that's in the line of fire from the ICASIS or however you pronounce it, ICIAS, I don't know, the hurricane, um, is safe and sound, and y'all get through that, and everybody stay safe down there. So, but I'm
Yeah.
Laurie. I'm the thrifty picker. We got Todd, the silver hair stacker, and Nikki, the poplar picker, and Maggie Doodle, and Sally, the upside down picker that was with you today. So, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. And it's time for us to go. So, come back tomorrow. It'll be back on Valerie's show or Valerie's channel, the Chick Picker. So, be sure to join us. So, we will see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
So, bye,
Bye.
everybody. Have a great day. Get some lots of cha-chings. So, all right.
All right.
Well, hit
Time for
end
me to get
broadcast.
busy.